doing? Stop.
My first question is for Stephen and Yeun. So you play brothers on Beef, and I wanted to ask what your first impressions of each other were when you first met each other, and what was the process of working together like?
Ooh. Yeun, I'll let you take that one.
Warm.
Oh, nice.
Warm.
In what way?
Well, I first met him at my first chem read, and I was really nervous, and he walked into the room with, they were the other actors, and I remember he said, like, hey, I just want you guys to know we're all just as nervous as you are back there, and I want you to, you know, have a good time. And immediately the tension kind of dissolved, so it was a nice warmth.
Cool. Thanks, man. I feel the same way. I think I remember seeing Yeun, and there was just this like really great connection and rhythm that felt familiar, but also so distant too. We played ball. I called him up and we like just shot around, and he whooped my ass, and I was like, oh, you can say that. It was this cool, like, I could see how the relationship was working out, which was like Danny's just gonna keep feeding Paul in the post and like make him do all the work and then take the final shot for the glory. And I was like, this is gonna work. I was like, this is gonna be great.
Ali and Joseph, so you two play characters in a marriage in crisis, and I'm also curious about your first time meeting each other and what was it like working together to bring that to the camera.
We actually first met through Steven.
Yes.
Oh.
A couple years before he came in to read for the role, and
That was at your show, Baby Cobra.
it was at one of my shows, and it was at the Ace Theater in downtown LA,
Yeah.
and he brought Joe, and Joe was taking pictures of me backstage. And I was like, what are you doing, man?
It's not as creepy as that.
No, and then Steve was like, he's a portrait artist. And then he's like, look him up he said, you know, you should look him up on Instagram. And he's an incredible artist. And then I happened to reach out to him to buy one of his pieces, this triptych that's incredible of a boy blowing a ship into a bottle, and it's beautiful. And then I purchased it. And then 2 years later, he came in.
Even initially from the chem reads, there was just like a natural rapport there, and I feel like Ali just has this like natural ability to make everybody around her feel comfortable. And for me, it felt like kind of showing up to like my first day at a new school, and so to have people like Steven and Ali really like set that tone, it just kind of put us all at ease and just allowed us to do our best work.
I wanted to ask if you collectively as a cast have any fun memories bonding on or off set during the shooting of the series.
I don't know if this would get you in trouble, but Joe, I would force him to sneak cigarettes with me in between takes.
So sneaky. I didn't even know about that. I didn't know that you
We just
smoked
chatting.
cigarettes
We're just
until
chatting.
recently, and I was like,
I don't.
Yes!
It's just in between takes. And then Yeun and I would.
Did you tell him not to tell anybody?
Because
I really didn't know that you smoked cigarettes until
me?
I saw you at Monarch outside.
I don't. I'm like.
I'm the devil on his shoulder. That's me. Don't blame it on him.
I don't condone. And then Yeun and I don't know, man. Like we were just in it the whole time. It was just like a great free flow between the two of us. It was really fun.
I heard about a hike where Yeun.
Oh yeah.
This was like with David Cho and him, where Yeun was just like doing pull-ups on just like just making the mountain his gym.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
Dave took us on a walk around his neighborhood that he grew up in, and he was like, this is the tree that my dad would force us to do pull-ups on. And we were like, yeah, we'll do some. Dave does like 3. I do like 6. This fool does like 14. Just like yanks them out. And then like in the middle of the show we're shooting, and like we're talking about, hey, like we weren't even talking about like working out or anything like that. And then this guy shows up in the swim scene and he's jacked.
That was Sonny's request that I
Like
that was an
jacked.
acting choice. It wasn't just me. It was me. It was character.
It's also your age
Yeah.
and your diet
I'm
and
sitting
your
there-
regimen.
I'm sitting there with like bloated neck and just like looking ill and sick. And this guy rolls out of the pool like a Greek god. I was like, God damn.
Ali, I'm curious about the gun masturbation scene.
Who is it? Yeah,
I think that will be a big...
That's the point. Yeah.
I read that you and Sonny developed that together, and I'm curious what that process was like and what you think that says about your character and her own internal struggles and desires.
He was looking for something that my character could do that she privately just loved to do in private, but that like brought a lot of shame if anybody else knew. And a lot of the things that we were initially talking about I didn't really connect to. I was like, that seems like truly shameful and I would never enjoy doing that. And then as soon as he said, you know, how about like masturbating with a gun, I was like, oh yeah. It's one of those scenes that you think I'd be really nervous about, but I really wasn't. And it was really fun because it felt real and true. She's very drawn to like risk and danger, but that's within her control. And she maybe, you can see that even now, like she doesn't even know what the limit of that is and if there's like a ceiling to that danger, because at the end of that scene she's frustrated, you know, like you can see at first she's really excited because she finally has access to the gun, but by the end she's like a little bit frustrated and bored, and then she gets interrupted. So, and like that's where he comes in and she's like, oh, this is like a danger that I had never imagined or anticipated. But you can see, yeah, obviously by the end of the pilot that she's like, she's into it.
Ali and Steven, you've noted that your characters don't spend that much time on screen together, but I'm curious about how you think of the specific chemistry between your characters, because it seems like there's something there, but how would you describe their connection?
For me, it's a feeling. Like, whenever I'm with Ali, I'm just like, whoa, there's like a lot of connection here. There's a lot of similarity, but like sometimes inverted. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. I don't know if I've ever sat outside of it too much to see.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is we really didn't know until we always got along really well off camera, but we didn't know until our first rehearsal how it was going to go, because we had never been on camera together. And then it was like already decided that we were going to be the two leads. So it was like, I was kind of scary, but I remember it being like electric after the first time we read together. I didn't know what kind of actor Steven was, and I didn't know if he was like going to throw a donut at my head, like in between takes, like just because like he would be really into like the animosity of it all. That was like a legit concern. I was like, and no, he didn't. He was very like loving and sweet in between takes. Yeah.
You started this.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, you're the one who backed into me like a psycho.
You're the one that flipped me off all roided out and Hey! Are you guys leaving, or are you just gonna sit there?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Say it again!